What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode for the most part. Nell, Nell, Nell. Nell continues to not learn her lesson. She continues to not learn it. Like I don't get what's clicking, like what's going on up in her head, but she's clearly not understanding. She is racking up enemies by the second. Like, she needs to learn you cannot keep going around blackmailing people to do what you want them to do. Like, eventually, one of these blackmailed people are going to snap, and eventually, they're going to snap her little ass in half. Like, I'm telling you. Like, you sitting here trying to play this game like you're so crafty and like you got all this power. And in reality, you don't have any power. Like, she just does not get it. Like, she's not getting it. Like, fall back, calm down, stop trying to blackmail folks. Because it's not going to get you anywhere but in the grave. That's all it's going to get you because you're blackmailing the wrong damn people. Um, so she ends up going to Valentine, trying to blackmail him about what he's doing with ELQ in exchange for those damn passports. She wants those passports back when she plans on kidnapping Wiley again. Go figure. And even Valentine warned her. He was like, I wouldn't go that route again if I was you. And of course, she doesn't listen. So Valentine basically told her where to find the passports. Um, she doesn't understand. Like, you're walking around blackmailing Valentine again. Like, that man could have you disappear and nobody would even think nothing of it. They would just probably think, oh, you left town or whatnot. Like, the problem with Nell is she overplays her hand a lot. She really, really does, and that's not a smart thing to do. Like, stop overplaying your hand. So anyway, Michael and Willow, and Michael got the quarantine look. The little scraggly little beard. He got the hair grow. His hair done grew out. Her and Willow and Michael were playing around with Wiley or whatever. They put him down for his nap. And of course, Willow was worried about the judge's decision, as she should be. And worried about what the judge may decide. And basically, she feel like her and Michael are a good team. I'm certain. I've always kind of liked her and Michael, but I liked her and Chase. But I'm liking her and Michael even more now. That's just me. I'm kind of digging them a little bit more, me personally. And Willow, of course, is worried about what type of visitation or whatever the judge may give Nell. Nell already has court-appointed visitation with Wiley. And of course, like Michael pointed out, she was an hour late for her visit with Wiley. So Nell finally shows up after being an hour late, demanding to see Wiley. And Michael basically told her, he was like, well, he's having a nap right now. So, come back later, come back another time, schedule another visit, do what you got to do. And here she go. Here go Nell. Oh, I'll tell the judge that you're violating the court order. He's not violating nothing, you dingbat. You showed up an hour late, and the boy is taking a nap. What is he supposed to do? Go upstairs and wake him up? So they get into it or whatever, and of course Nell is hurling insults at Willow, saying, oh, you're not a real mother, and yada, 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 being Nell. So she makes a big fuss over some little stuffed animal of Wiley, some little toy or whatever, a kangaroo. And come to find out, this witch put a tracking device in the kangaroo so she could know where Wiley is at all times. Because, of course, being Nell, she plans on kidnapping him. Michael and them need to hurry up and do something. Like, get that boy some security, do something. Like, because Nell is just whack a do. Like, she's just 2 sandwiches short of a damn picnic. Like, the chick is crazy. She's nuts. Certifiable. Some days I like Nell, some days I don't. But she just never learns. Like, she's just one of those people that you just, no matter what you say to her, it just goes in one ear and out the other. And that's how it is with Nell right now. She's not hearing shit anybody has to say. because she wants what she wants. And my thing is, if you really cared about your son and you really want to see your son, you would have showed up on time for your court appointed visitation. No, you showed up an hour late because you were too busy pulling some new shenanigan. I can't even say it's new because it's your old trick. It's your MO. Like a fool. Like Nell she just never learns. Like at all. Chick just never learns. So anyway, moving on from that. So Valentine is finally having a meeting with Sam about ELQ and her kids' shares or whatever. And of course Sam was like, her kids' stock is not for sale. But Valentine was like, he don't really want to buy them. He wants to borrow them, basically. He wants her proxy. Sign over the kids' proxies to him. In exchange, of course, for her parole. He's willing to get her a new parole officer. And of course, Sam is all suspicious, talking about, well, what's the catch? He basically just told you what the catch is, sweetie. You sign over the proxies for your children's ELQ shares. In exchange, you get a new parole officers, and those conditions that the old parole put on you will be lifted. So you'll get to see Jason. You'll get to have a little bit more freedom than what you currently have. Does the man have to spell it out for you? That's pretty much what the conditions are. My thing is, I don't think Sam should take it. I understand Sam is desperate to be with Jason and yada, yada, yada. Don't take this deal. Don't do it. Because Valentine is that type of person. Once you are indebted to him, once you do something for him or he does something for you, he's going to keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back until he breaks you. Like, it doesn't matter. Even though he's doing her a favor or whatever, it's not even really a favor. It's a mutually beneficial agreement. I don't think she should do it because once you get in bed with somebody like that, look at Jordan. Look at Jordan. Cyrus done blackmailed her one good time, and now look at him. Keep coming back and back and back and back and back, wanting her to do more things. Now he wants the hospital. See, that's what I'm talking about. Once you do something for somebody or they force you into it or they dangle a carrot in your face to get you to do it, they're going to keep coming back because they want you to do more things. It ain't never just one thing they want you to do. It's going to be more. So in my opinion, Sam should not take this deal. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. At all. She should go to Jason, call Diane, tell her what Valentine up to, and figure it out from there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or hell, her and Spinelli should do a little PI work and figure out what the hell Valentine up to. That's what she should do. Because I damn sure wouldn't take that deal. Sorry, but I wouldn't. That's just one deal I would have to say no to. So moving on from that. Diane, of course, I love seeing Diane and Alexis together. So basically, Diane wants Alexis to fight for her law license back. And Diane basically feels like there's no point. She doesn't want to fight for it. She just wants to move on, start a new chapter in her life. I don't blame her for that. But at her particular age, it's like, why start from scratch? And she worked her ass off for that law license. You know what I'm saying? So why? I mean, I understand the need to recreate yourself, reinvent yourself. I get that. I respect it. But no. Law school is no joke. And if you work super hard for something, I wouldn't let nothing jeopardize it. And I don't think she should. I don't really think she should. I think that's a big mistake. So, of course, her and Diane were talking about the whole custody situation with Wiley. And then they, were talking about Neil. Because, of course, Sam bumped into Neil or whatever at the Metro Court, basically chewing a chunk out of him because he's been avoiding Alexis or whatever. I understand Sam is protective of her mom, and I respect that, but Sam do need to mind her business. Like, at the end of the day, your mom is grown. She can handle her own business. Stay in your business. Worry about all that's going on with you. I respect the fact that she jumped to her mom's defense, but it's like, worry about you. Your mom's a big girl. She can handle herself. So Alexis feels like she's moving on from Neil at this point. She just wants to move on because he hasn't contacted her. But Neil was like, he didn't even know Alexis. According to him, he claims he didn't know Alexis lost her law license. I don't really remember if he knew at that time or not. I don't think he actually did know. I think at the last time, I think all he knew was that the board wanted to talk to her. I think that's all he knew. And after that, I guess they didn't speak. And Alexis felt some type of way because Neil has not contacted her. Like, he knew she had to go up against the board about her law license, and yet he never contacted her to see how that went. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what hurt Alexis, and that's what pissed her off, to the point where now she's telling Diane, like, okay, I'm moving on from him because he hasn't contacted me, no type of communication from him. So he showed up or whatever with some type of little DVD or whatnot, basically telling Alexis like he's sorry that she lost her law license, and basically saying that he wished that they could just be friends. What? Friends? After all of this nonsense? All of this sneaking around? All of this drama with our careers? Alexis drinking again? All of this drama, and you mean to tell me all you want to be is friends now? Oh, hell no. So my question is, what the hell has all of this been for? So you mean to tell me all of this was a big waste of time? Neil and Alexis sneaking around, lying to protect each other's careers, and y'all both lose y'all career or whatever, get suspended, get disbarred, all these things, and all y'all gonna be his friends? That's all he's offering is friendship? I would have slammed that door in his face. I would have just told him to get out of my house. Don't let the doors split you, or the good Lord hit you, whatever the case may be. I would have kicked him out. I would have threw him out. Because, like, seriously, y'all went through all this drama. And y'all not going to be together. I would be pissed. Because it's like, for the viewers, it's like, okay, so we sat back and watched months of this, and y'all not gonna be a couple? Excuse me? Y'all not gonna be a couple? And we sat through all of this for months? I feel violated. Because I had to sit through this shit for months, and y'all not gonna be booed up. Like, I'm mad about this. Like, all y'all offering is friendship? That's all Neil... Nope. I would have threw him out on his ass. Nope, I would have threw him out. Don't call me, don't text me, don't write me, don't nothing. Don't send me no singing telegram, lose my number, forget my name. What type of stuff is that? Like, seriously. I'm surprised Alexis ain't no lesbian at this point, because she just don't know how to pick them. She just don't, like, her love life has just been a train wreck for years now. Like, you might as well just go gay. Like, I'm just saying, you might as well just dip in the lady pond and just try your luck over there and see what that turns out to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, you might as well. Hell. Might as well. I'm just saying. So, anyway, moving on from that. So, Sonny is still, just all over the place in his mind right now about what to do with Mike. He decided to go ahead and have the procedure for Mike for the feeding tube. Carly is against it, even though she says she would support him in whatever he decided to do. But she did a lot of research, and that procedure is just all types of complications. There's a lot of bad, negative side effects to that procedure. And, of course, Sonny is not trying to listen to her. When Sonny takes Mike to the hospital, the doctors are basically trying to clue him in on the side effects and all that. But, of course, Sonny just wanted to hear what Sonny wanted to hear because he wants more time with his dad. And I think Sonny was just being selfish. You know what I'm saying? He kept telling himself what he thought his father would want because that's what suited Sonny's needs, not Mike's. And I'm super glad that it took Elizabeth and Felix to come over there and tell him what he needed to hear. Because Felix came over and basically told him Yvonne had the same surgery and she's literally on a ventilator now. She had a lot of complications because of that procedure. Now, I ain't no nurse, I ain't no doctor, I ain't no lawyer, and I don't play one on TV. But isn't that a HIPAA violation for Felix to be telling Sonny all of Yvonne's medical business? Like, oh, she had the same procedure, she's on a ventilator, she had complications. Ain't that a HIPAA violation? Because you can't tell no non-family member about somebody else's medical situation. You can't tell them that. So that's a major HIPAA violation. Felix, do better. Like, seriously, get on the ball. Um, but I am glad that he told Sonny about that, though, even though it's illegal. But I'm glad that he told Sonny about it because Sonny needed to know, like, this is a serious procedure and you're just making Mike suffer even more for your own selfish reasons because you don't want to let him go. And I'm glad Elizabeth sat him down and told him, too, like, you're, doing this for you, not for Mike. In a nutshell, she basically told him, you need to start doing what's best for Mike and thinking about him because all of this that you're doing to him now is just making him suffer just so you can have more time with him, and that's not fair to him. It's not fair to you. So I'm glad Sonny decided after talking to Elizabeth to change his mind and just let Mike go. And his goodbye scene with Mike was so sad. It was super sad. Like the tears in their eyes and stuff, like that shit was just sad. Even you could tell this was a serious emotional moment. Because, hell, even Carly thanked Elizabeth for whatever she said to Sonny. Like, even she thanked him. And God knows Carly can't stand Elizabeth. Never have. But I definitely agree with Elizabeth, though. Mike, at this point in his life, is not the same Mike. He's a shell of a man. But I did feel bad for Sonny because he did have that dream where, Mike was thanking him for giving him that procedure and stuff like that. And he thought that was a sign from Mike that, okay, we should do the procedure. No. Your mind is making you do that because that's what you want to do. It's not what Mike wants. So I'm glad that, Sonny did what was best for his dad, in the long run. Because it definitely was what's best for Mike. It's time to let him go. And I know it's not an easy decision. I'm not saying that it is because none of us want to be put in that position one day with our parents or somebody that we love. None of us want to be put in that predicament to where we have to make this type of decision. Because it's no easy choice to make. Like, it's hard because I know me, I'm selfish. I'll be like, nope, I'm keeping you here. So I probably would have done the same thing Sonny did. Probably. You know what I'm saying? But it would probably took a lot of conversations from people to get me to change my mind. But it was a beautiful scene, though. I did enjoy it. But pretty much that was the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Have a great night. Peace.